Money grows, peace can grow, money stack grow, only money grows.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your man King Marcel, and we are back with another video. We are being totally vindicated in the downfall of Drake. Drake is now apparently a part of a Rico case involving himself, Adin Ross, DJ Akademiks, and Steak, and how Steak has been helping Drake bot, Adin bot, and Drake has been paying DJ Akademiks through Steak so that the way that he's been paying him wasn't known to the public. All of this stuff is unraveling right now. I need you guys to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We on the road to 500. It's 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys are subbing up and joining the kingdom. But we about to get right into this one. We are on the Vill's channel. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to the Vill too. Tell them that King Marcel sent you. But let's get into this, man. It's just crazy, the downfall of Drake over this past year. And I've been the main one saying all Drake had to do was disappear for a while, but for some reason he couldn't do that. But we learning why. He got all this scamming and stuff going on. He couldn't just disappear. He had too much at stake. I'm not even trying to be funny with that, but literally.
So it looks like Drake and Adin Ross are facing yet again another lawsuit involving Steak. We had 3 from other states. This would be the 4th
but this one's crazy,
involving a Steak lawsuit that includes Drake in it. And this time they're calling it a Rico class action lawsuit over there in Virginia. So we're going to read the paperwork and see exactly who's involved and take a look from there. Now, the plaintiffs involved in the lawsuit, that's going to be LaShauna Ridley and Tiffany Hines. They're the ones that are suing Steak, Drake, Adin Ross, and all of that, right? They're the plaintiffs and anybody else affected similar to them. The defendants, an important thing to note, not only is it Steak, Drake, and Adin Ross, but they also have an individual by the name of George Nguyen. George Nguyen is the person that is Grand Wizard, the person that runs the AkademiksTV account. So they got AkademiksTV, Drake, and Adin Ross all wrapped up into the situation right here. It says here, plaintiffs LaShauna Ridley and
this
Tiffany
is
Hines,
already starting to be a crazy year.
Attorneys bring this action individually and off behalf of all others similar situated against defendant sweepstakes, Stake.us, Aubrey Drake Graham, Drake, Adin Ross, and George Nguyen. Collectively, defendants, plaintiffs make the following allegations upon information and belief, allegations as to the plaintiffs or their attorneys, which are based on personal knowledge. This consumer class action seeks to stop Stake.us, an illegal online gambling platform promoted by Drake, Ross, and Nguyen, and used by Drake, Ross, and Nguyen to obscure transmissions of money in furtherance of their ongoing music botting campaigns, from continuing to prey upon consumers and to impose civil penalties on all defendants to delete future.
But was talking all of that mess about Kendrick botting though, right? He did all of that talking about how he was gonna sue them for Biden not like us and all, but you literally been bot, bro. We found out you've been botting in more ways than one. We literally caught you botting in the way that you said that Kendrick was botting with Spotify. All of your lawsuits got thrown out. We found out. Now we finding out you use Steak too to buy. So it's like, are you guys not understanding that Drake was not organic? Nothing about what he's done is organic. What's going to be the excuses now? What excuses are people going to give him now? Is his whole career not being shown to be a facade to you all? It's been fabricated. He's been manufacturally pushed. Adam J words. I don't mean to be insensitive by saying that, but it's, if you say they name that term, you get blocked on here. But come on, we gonna keep acting like this ain't what's going on. This is wild.
Misconduct. And again, when they say Nguyen, AkademiksTV, the account that this person runs, this George Nguyen runs, he is responsible for putting Steak logos on all of Akademiks' posts on Twitter. So they're probably going to mention that also. It says here that Stake.us, a U.S. storefront for Stake.com, has been operating as one of the largest and most profitable illegal online casinos since at least 2022. Stake.us was created and marketed to U.S. consumers as a social casino that purportedly does not permit real money gambling to
There's
bypass
no
applicable
real money
United States
gambling.
federal and Commonwealth of Virginia gambling regulations, attempting unsuccessfully to hide behind the facade of a safe and free gambling experience. Stake.us misrepresents itself to regulators and consumers. In reality, it operates as an illegal online casino. Stake.us offers nearly 2,000 casino games and permits players to place bets using specialized casino chips and to cash out their winnings.
That's not real
Stake.us
money.
offers two types of virtually currency: gold coins and stake cash. Gold coins have no monetary value and cannot be converted into real money. However, stake cash can be redeemed for cryptocurrency or digital gift cards at a rate of 1 stake cash to 1 United States dollar.
Wait. So I'm understanding this right. Are they basically saying there is two types of currency that you can buy on stake? So you're paying real money for both of these assets. But the gold coins that people are buying can't be redeemed for real cash. So I want to put that in layman's terms for what I'm gathering from that. Would that mean that games that were paid for with gold coins, would they not win? Because it's not any monetary value behind them for you to win. How you gonna cash out cash for an asset that ain't worth what you putting in? It's supposed to be a credit, but it's not really a credit. You're basically playing the game for free. But you can do it with stake cash. I wonder if an investigation should be done into this company as well. We're looking into if people who use gold coins lost way more than people who were playing with stake cash. It opens the door up to many different types of fraud that they were doing. Oh, this is disgusting. It's like all the fraud that's been going on in the United States is slowly but surely coming out. I hope you guys are noticing that. It's not just Drake. It's not just with Drake. It's not. This stuff is happening across the board. And we about to be going into all of this stuff on my channel, but stuff is getting crazy.
But what's interesting to me is Drake is using stake to inflate the numbers for his music. Defendants Drake, Ross, and Wynn have also made use of stake, including through the U.S. storefront stake.us, to directly transfer money between and amongst themselves, using stake's tipping program, an unlimited and wholly unregulated money transmitter that appears to exist outside the oversight of any financial regulator. Defendants have utilized stake's tipping program to inter alia transfer gambling proceeds wagered through the stake platform. In addition, through stake's tipping function, defendants have financed their combined artificial streaming, botting, to create fraudulent streams of Drake's music, fabricate popularity, disparage competitors and music label executives, distort recommendation algorithms, and dispute financing for all foregoing while concealing the flow of funds.
Wow.
So they're using stake's tipping function as a money laundering situation, so that way they could bot freely without getting any type of detection, without any type of suspicion. And I guess this lawsuit is
basically Drake created his own botting platform. He damn near stopped agreeing with the way that Spotify was botting, and that's why he was so willing to throw Spotify under the bus. That's making way more sense now because he felt like he didn't need them no more. I got my own botting situation going on. I don't need y'all botting for me. Y'all helping my competition. I wanted y'all to block my competition from being able to bot against me, and y'all wouldn't do it. Hell, I got my own botting platform to where I don't even need y'all no more. And that's why he threw Spotify under the bus. Even though they had been botting for him for years. You thought they wasn't gonna bring that up? You thought this man is incredible. But it's whoever is behind Drake is making him do all this stuff because they trying to recoup their funds they poured into this nigga. That's what's going on. They got to recoup them funds. That's why he wasn't able to step away. The smartest thing Drake could have ever done after that battle was to step away for a year or two, but he did not do that. He been in our face ever since. But people acting like Drake went somewhere. Drake undropped what? Damn near 2 albums worth of music. And y'all make it seem like he went somewhere that no, it's just his stuff ain't hitting no more. It's not hitting. And I don't think it will ever hit again because if we found it out, it was all bots. Half of his listening views were damn near bots. This is crazy.
Pointing that out. At the heart of the scheme, Drake, acting directly and through willing and knowledgeable co-conspirators, has deployed automated bots and streaming farms to artificially inflate play counts of his music across major platforms such as Spotify. These inauthentic streams, injected via interstate digital pathways, were calibrated to mislead royalty and recommendation engines, manufacture popularity, distort playlists and charts, and divert both value and audience attention. In tandem, this manipulation has suppressed
it's not an honest bone in this nigga body, man.
Access to legitimate content by undermining the integrity of curated experiences. So he's using bots, paying them off through stake, through the tipping mechanism, so that way it doesn't get recognized as payola or any type of illegal paying activity going on. This is kind of crazy. This is getting tricky. And we know that academics be on stake. We know that the AkademiksTV account that's run by George Nguyen was promoting stake before Twitter had made them take it off. They couldn't promote their gambling site on Twitter anymore, and they had to stop that. But that doesn't mean that they weren't helping Drake allegedly inflate the numbers and get paid through stake still. This is a very interesting statement that's being said by these women in Virginia. Stake.us, user-to-user tipping, and encrypted internal transfer mechanisms has fueled and enabled payments to bot operators and amplifiers to be hidden for public or regulatory view. One example of a publicly documented large value tip is a $100,000 tipping transfer between Drake and Ross in 2023. In December 2024, Drake gave away a large sum of money in partnership with Ross and Stake as part of a Drizmas giveaway. These tips and many others like them cycled among defendants Drake and Ross and Nguyen, underwriting botting and paid engagement campaigns. Days before the filing of this complaint.
I need y'all to understand this was during the time when Drake was saying that Kendrick was botting. This was just last year when he did that weak ass stream during last Christmas, not the Christmas that just passed, the Christmas before. That Christmas garbage. When he was talking about dropping Iceman, which he still ain't dropped. Wow. And then Adin Ross right along with it. Adin right along with it. It's over with for these boys. Because what are y'all gonna say? I can't wait to see this online discourse about this and how y'all still because how can y'all possibly still be on this man's side? It's like, come on. It's like, come on. What more gotta be said about this man? This is my first video back. I was planning on doing a video about the Black Cube. I'm trying to bring knowledge. This just dropped. I'm like, Joe, cause what? This is wild. The man is an habitual liar. Can we stop believing? Can we stop believing Drake? Is it okay to shun Drake now? Is it okay to shun Drake now and get him up out of our ears? Please, because this is outrageous. The manipulation is wild. It's sickening.
$220,000 car as a gift. Stake.us platforms designed to mask counterparties and camouflages withdrawals as genetic transactions, stemming scrutiny and obstruct tracing of illicit proceeds. Tipping proceeds and other transfers on and from Stake.us went directly or indirectly from defendant Drake to, through, or with the knowledge and assistance of defendant Ross, and from there to defendant Nguyen. Nguyen served as a facilitator and operational broker, alternately converting stake-based cryptocurrency to cash or receiving cash from stake, transferred cryptocurrency proceeds from there. Nguyen interfaced with bot vendors, supervised coordinated amplification strategies, and integrated paid clipping campaigns. So they were paying AkademiksTV, Grand Wizard, they were paying him through money from stake so he could get the bots to get played, so he could get the bots to play Drake's music. This is why those accounts are going so hard, because Drake is paying them directly. People forget when Grand Wizard got his account hacked, when Grand Wizard got his account stolen last year. Everybody forgets that Drake was the one to get the phone back for him. He was the one to get his account back for him. People forget that. And I think this is the reason, because he was working for him. He wasn't just some random account that Akademiks is paying, that Akademiks is telling him to work for him. This guy is working through Adin Ross, through Drake, to provide bots for him, and they're paying him through stake. This is a whole operation that they got going on. He's a worker, but he's a worker that Drake needs. And this is why when he lost his account the first time, they saved it, because he still needs him and he pays him through the stake winnings or through the stake currency. The clipping campaigns were facilitated through
because it don't make sense. Why would he pay? It never made sense. So why would Drake pay to get his account fixed? Unless it was because of Drake, the reason why it went down. And Drake still needed it. He needed it to bot. But little did he know it was going to be the evidence to bring him down to prove his botting. Because he knew he was fucking botting. I need y'all to understand, like, Drake is a slimy boy. It's like, because it's been obvious at this point. Y'all thought Kendrick got on the tracks and just was saying that stuff for no reason, bro. Like, come on, man. We don't know these dudes from a can of paint. We don't. But y'all really think he got online, said all of this stuff about Drake for no reason, and Drake stopped the battle? He told him, man, I got 5 more that's worse. And y'all think he just stopped? Like, come on, bro. And he's been looking crazy ever since.
And affiliated networks of the X, formerly Twitter, Discord, and Kick platforms. Kick, in turn, is a betting platform financially underwritten by the founders of Stake. Public posts, chat logs, leaked communications, and other records document Wen's direct handling of funds through multiple payment platforms, orchestration of narrative surges, and amplification alongside as an instrument of Drake and Ross. Plaintiff and the class are Stake.us users who have been misled by Stake.us, misrepresentation that Stake.us is a legal, harmless, and safe gaming site, when it is in fact not legal, not harmless, and not safe. Stake preys on consumers in Virginia and nationwide who are lured into real money gambling, exposing consumers to substantial risk of gambling addictions and jeopardizing their and their family's financial well-being. Each of the plaintiffs was influenced to participate and to continue to participate after the initial participation. And
I need y'all to understand how slimy this is, and what they just said right there is that this is all being done off the backs of real people. You know what I'm saying? Who pay real bills. Who came to this website because they trusted Drake, they trusted the people who invented it, they trusted Adin Ross, they was trusting DJ Akademiks, they thought it was a safe platform to be on, but they was being preyed on to be a part of a money laundering scheme to help further their careers at the expense of creating more degeneracy, more debt, and creating more trauma for the average Joe to go through and deal with, because they wanted so more money at your expense. This is the people, these are the people y'all been supporting and defending. People have gotten under my post, called me a clown for talking about this man, when, like, bro, this man don't have your best interest at heart. He don't care about his fans. Y'all are a stepping stone to him to get some money. And as soon as y'all don't start him no more, y'all seeing what he doing with hip hop, how he turning on hip hop. How he trying to make a joke at hip hop now because things ain't going his way. And he will turn on, he'll turn on, and he just the type. We all see it, but y'all want to keep defending this man? I don't get it. I don't get it. But this is disgusting that it's to this degree, though. And the fact that it's going to probably still be people out there defending this mess. I pray it ain't, but this is wild.
Stake platform by the online activities of defendant as viewed by each of the plaintiffs. Plaintiffs have been further damaged by the false marketing manipulations and abuses of defendant Drake, who by his own public announcements has been paid some $100 million per year.
Paid $100 million off of y'all, man.
Who have participated directly in the marketing of Stake.us, as documented in their many online posts across multiple platforms, advertising and endorsing Stake. Plaintiffs assert claims under the Racketeer Influence and Corruption Organization, also known as the Rico, and the Virginia Consumer Protection Act, VCPA. Plaintiffs seek damages, treble damages under RICO, restitution and discouragement, injunctive and declaratory relief, attorney fees and costs, and all other relief deemed just as proper. Defendant Aubrey Drake Graham, also known as Drake, is a Canadian At all relevant times, Drake engaged in nationally promoted live streams and financial promotions connected to state.us that reached this district and caused the others harm to class members residing within this district as describing herein. Defendant Adin Ross is an online media personality and streamer who at all relevant times coordinated live streams and promotions on platforms accessible within this district, including streams featuring state.us tipping, while maintaining close relationship with Drake and Nguyen relevant to the conduct alleged. Defendant George Nguyen is, upon information and belief, an Australian national residing in New South Wales, who at all times relevant operated or co-founded entities or ventures, including weekdays, weekends, capital, and clipping, and used online aliases, including Grand Wizard. Nguyen coordinated botting facilitation and paid amplification across U.S., facing platforms.
But when wasn't Grand Wizard doing all that lying on everybody's name on that page though? But the main one, he coordinated the bot. He taught them how to do it. Like, bro, you can't make this up. you can't make this up, bro.
In payments massed through stake.us and stake.com, including through their tipping feature in connection with the same.
I learned that ChatGPT works best with detailed prompts, but I hate typing them. So instead, I dictate.
So they got Drake, Adin Ross, and Grand Wizard, AkademiksTV, George Nguyen, the Australian guy. Now he's involved in all of this, and he's the reason why Drake is getting so many views on Spotify and other streaming platforms. They are saying that George Nguyen, Grand Wizard, AkademiksTV is getting paid through Drake via stake through their tipping mechanism. So that way, no things could get detected. No paper trail could be detected. There is not a transaction between Drake and Akademiks or George Nguyen that we could identify with.
It's all through stake.
Through the tipping mechanism through stake, so that way it could go
tipping
on.
Tipping that boy like a scripper.
If I ever saw it.
DJ Akademiks and Adin Ross getting paid like scrippers. They getting that tip money. That's crazy. That's crazy.
This is textbook.
This ain't the end of Drake.
If I ever saw it.
Y'all still don't believe
the reason why Akademiks had to get Grand Wizard's account back when his account got hacked previously this year, Drake was the one that got the account for him. And now we know why. He is somebody that works for Drake. These guys are on payroll. They work for him. And now it's all coming out. It's all coming out through these stake lawsuits. Drake has a lot to worry about now that these situations are coming to light. When people find out that you're using stake to pay people to do illegal things for you, I wonder what other illegal things you're using stake for to pay.
Exactly. And not just Drake. Y'all gotta stake. But y'all gotta understand, Drake got a lot of shell companies. Go on TikTok and look up how many shell companies do Drake have. And once you realize how many shell companies he have, how many of these companies he doing this exact same thing through? Is all of his music being bought? Is none of his views real? Man.
That you use stakes tipping mechanism to pay off for, so that way they don't get detected. I know this is just the tip of the iceberg, but they just unlocked a crazy amount of news to kick off the new year. This is crazy to really think about.
They trying to put that man in the coffin.
Adin Ross and Drake all involved in this Virginia lawsuit with this woman. And we'll keep it alleged, but we could almost confirm that Drake has Akademiks on payroll, Grand Wizard, AkademiksTV on payroll, Adin Ross on payroll.
But did we not think that? The only ones who didn't want to believe that were the Drake fanatics, the people who are just totally insane, who've been blocking out all this stuff since the battle was happened. The ones delusioned enough to even say that Drake won the battle. They've been the only ones not wanting to believe that DJ Akademiks and them been paid by Drake. But come on, you ain't doing that amount of meat gobbling. And you ain't getting paid for it, bro. He be saying that all the time, how he the #1 in media and he making all the big bucks, but you giving this man all this free publicity because he's your favorite artist. Even though we seen on his stream that at the end of last New Year's, the main artist he was listening to that whole year was Kendrick. Wasn't Drake, it was Kendrick, but he doing all this meat gobbling for Drake. Come on, y'all can't be this naive. Y'all literally cannot be this naive. Like, come on.
And this is why they go as hard as they do. This is why Adin Ross, this is Doechii as much as she does, and this is why AkademiksTV goes hard as much as he does, is because they're getting paid through stake.
Oh, she dissed them in a song. I'm probably trying to check that out.
Y'all tell me how you feel about this under the video. Hype up the video, like the video, and all that, man. Everybody, I hope you some knowledge. This consumer class action scene.
That's wild. That's how we start in the new year. More of things being exposed, just like a lot of this fraud. And again, like I was saying in the video, this is not just a Drake thing. I don't know if y'all seeing all this stuff that's going on about the Somalians and just all of this fraud that's been going on. The price of silver and gold are going through the roof right now. Things are at a crazy state of flux, and I hope you all are taking the proper steps to prepare yourselves, because I feel like this year it's gonna be one for the history books, and it's gonna rock a lot of y'all that ain't prepared or paying attention to what's going on. But we got a lot more videos on this channel to come. You guys, this is just crazy. It's just the fact that everything is being exposed, and this is just day one of this year. That's just letting y'all know this is finna be a crazy one. But make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys are subbing up and joining the kingdom. But with that being said, King Marcel out. Peace.
Always alive, looking for the prize. That's eternal life, and bringing the change in my mind. Talking real peace of mind.